Nikki's gonna be our body today. She's already given the Hufflepuffs because Nikki actually comes to our Kick Your Asana classes in the studio. This is a very challenging class. So if you're new to the practice of yoga and you decided to jump on and do this class, feel free to keep doing the class. But it's super important, this is a full disclosure, that this class is designed to get you to failure. It is designed to build muscle strength. It is designed to get your heart rate up. So this class is very, very challenging, and I always, even when I'm teaching in the studio, I always ask everybody to please listen to your body. There's no reason to do anything too crazy. This class is designed to condition the small muscle groups in our bodies, so when we want to practice those really big poses, we can get into those big poses. So we'll start off as a normal class, nice easy breathing, and then you'll notice we'll start to amp it up a bit. It is a little awkward because we do not have music on, and we usually have some pounding music and it's super exciting. Usually we have that kind of music on and it gets us to flow through the practice nicely. But right now, due to music rights, we can't offer the music. So anyways, if you don't already have, go grab a blanket from your house. It doesn't have to look like this blanket here. But if you do have a blanket, get a blanket and make it long. And if you need to put your video on pause, feel free to do that. And then gently roll it into a little bit of a burrito, just like this. Okay. The only other thing that we may need for our practice today is if you have a strap. If you don't have a strap, that's okay. Grab a belt. That'll work out just perfect. Okay. Take your burrito and place it into the middle of your mat. Yes, and then go ahead and slowly lower all the way down. Snuggle it up to the tailbone, and then lower all the way down. Bring the heels towards the sit bones, and gently lift up the hips, and place the blanket underneath the sacrum, and then lower the hips down. Good. And then gently bring your hands down by your side. And gently close your eyes. Take a nice big inhale in. And let it go, exhale. And one more breath, inhale in. And exhale, let it go. Gently soften the face, soften the jaw, soften the tongue. Slowly start to connect with yourself, maybe turning the vision inward, starting to become familiar with the sounds outside of the space you're in. And then gently start to bring your attention a little bit closer, maybe recognizing the sounds that are in the room that you're in. And then just a little bit more inward, checking in with yourself. Let's check in with our bodies today. Maybe do a little mental body scan of all your different body parts, checking in, starting with the tips of the toes, up to the shins, into the calves, up to the thighs and the hips. Checking in with the chest and the back and the shoulders. Softening the jaw, the tongue, allowing the eyeballs to get heavy into the back of the eye sockets. And gently check in with your mind. What's hanging out in your mind this morning? No judgment, just acknowledgement. The practice of yoga is all about observing patterns. What are we allowing to take up space today in our minds? And let's just take those thoughts, place them in a nice little box, And visualize a nice flowing river. Place your box on the river and watch it float down the river, leaving your body, leaving your mind. I invite you to set an intention or a dedication for today's practice. And when you're ready, let's seal that intention with a nice big inhale in and let it go. Exhale. And one more breath. Inhale in. And exhale, let it go. Very nice. Gently straighten the left leg. And then bring the right thigh into the belly, wrap it around the ribs. Maybe rotate the right ankle in a nice circular motion. Gently bring the right knee out towards the right shoulder, and then bring the right knee up towards the right shoulder. The blanket, if that doesn't feel nice underneath your back, feel free to take that out. What it does is it lifts our hips up a little bit better, or a little bit more. And when the leg is straight, we're getting a little bit of a more stretch in the psoas. On the next exhale, bring the right thigh back to the belly, and then straighten the right leg up towards the sky. Here, you can grab your strap or your belt. If you don't have either one of those on you, that is okay. You can just simply take those hands and place them behind the thigh. Take a nice big inhale in here, and exhale, bring the toes towards the forehead, really driving the left heel towards the front of the room. Good. 2 more breaths, just trying to find a little bit more space through the back of the hamstrings. And 1 more breath here. Very nice. Gently bring both straps to the right hand. Again, if you don't have a strap, that's okay. You can just gently glide the right leg out to the side. Keep that left lower back rooted and grounded into the earth, and then gently bring the toes towards the right shoulder. If you don't have a strap, simply take your right hand and place it on the outside of the right leg, or maybe towards the right thigh. 1 more breath here. Very nice. Bring the right leg back up to the sky. Release the strap from the foot if there's a strap on the foot, and then gently hug the right knee in and send it out to the earth. Bring the left thigh into the belly, wrap it around the ribs, trying to find the hip bone with the thigh bone. Drive the right heel towards the front of the mirror. Maybe rotate the left ankle in a nice circular motion. Keep drawing the tail towards the front mirror, flattening the lower back. Gently release the left knee out towards the left side, and then bring the left knee up towards the left shoulder. Breathing into the inner thigh, into the hips. Bring the left thigh back into the belly, straighten the leg up towards the sky, place the strap on or the belt onto the ball of the foot. Option to grab the back of the thigh, back of the calf, or maybe grab the toes. Take a big inhale in here. Exhale, bring the toes towards the forehead, breathing through the back of the left thigh. 2 more breaths. Really focus focusing on trying to open up the back of the hamstrings. Very nice. On the next exhale, align the left ankle with the left hip. Bring both straps into the left hand. Turn the left toes out to the left and then gently glide the left leg out to the side. Good. Be mindful of what's happening in that right lower back. Keep the right lower back rooted and grounded. Focusing on where you feel the most sensation in your body. And where you feel the most sensation in your body, bring your breath to that part of your body. On the next exhale, bring the left leg back up to the sky. Release the strap from the foot. Hug the right thigh into the belly. Give it a nice little squeeze. And bring the right knee into the belly. Give it a nice little squeeze. And just maybe massage the lower back here. When you're ready, place the feet flat onto the earth. Align them with the sit bones. Press the heels into the earth. Lift up the hips just a little bit and remove your blanket if it's underneath your back to the side. Good. And then slowly lower the hips all the way down. Windshield wipe the knees side to side. And when you're ready, bring those knees into the belly. Give them a nice little squeeze. And straighten the legs up towards the sky. Good. Almost as if you're trying to stand and push the earth away, or push the ceiling away with the heels. Lift up the hips slightly and place your hands underneath the bum. Push the small of the back down to the earth, and then slowly start to lower the heels as low as you can get them towards the earth, and stop when that lower back starts to lift off of the earth. Slowly start to bring the toes and the heels back up towards the sky. Good. Inhale in, lower the heels down towards the earth, and again, stop when that lower back starts to lift. It's very important that we protect the spine and keep the small of the back pressed into the earth. Exhale, bring the toes up towards the sky. Good, just creating a little bit of warm up in the core here. Let's do this 8 more times. Inhaling down towards the earth, and then exhale, bring the toes up towards the sky. Good. Your breath, your movement, and being extremely mindful. When we're doing this exercise, if you're feeling lower back pain in the lower back, that's telling me that 1, you're bringing your heels too far towards the earth. Maybe you stop halfway, Nikki will demonstrate, and then this is as far as you're at, and then you bring your heels back up. That might be where you're at for today, and that's okay. Continue on. We have about 4 more left. Really focusing on what it feels like to have that full corset, the full core engaged here. We're really trying to get deep into the core to find that stability. Good. 1 more. On this final one, we'll hold here, hold at the very bottom, and we'll just hold here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring the heels up towards the sky. Very nice. Hug the knees into the belly. Give it a nice little squeeze. You should feel that core nice and fired up right now. And when you're ready, let's either rock up to our tail 2 to 3 times or just make our way to tabletop pose. Whichever way you like to get up there is perfectly a-okay. Find a nice strong tabletop. In Kick Your Asana, we're on our hands a lot, so let's warm up those wrists. Flip those fingers around to the knees, and then gently just start to pedal the hands. Maybe make some circles. If this doesn't feel nice on your wrist, maybe we don't have them fully towards the knees, but one hand out to the side and the other hand out to the side. So just explore what's going on with the wrist and getting the wrist nice and warm. Good, about 2 more breaths here. On the next exhale, flip the fingers back around to the front. Bring the knees together and press the toes into the earth, coming into toe smashers. On toe smashers, the toes are, all 10 toes are pressing into the earth. So you may need to reach around to the back and lift those pinky toes so they're pressing into the earth. Option to keep the hands on the earth because this can be pretty intense, especially for those who are in high heels or use their feet a lot, which we all do. And then if you feel ready, you can slowly start to lift up through the chest. Okay, we not only are gonna have pain in our feet, but we're also gonna create some pain in our forearms. I'm just kidding, it's not pain, it's just a little bit of heat, getting a little bit of lactic acid and get those forearms nice and warm. So bring the arms up over the top of the head. And yogi claps, let's slap those fingers into those palms. So you make a loud clapping sound with lots of force and lots of intention here. Good. Now, instead of focusing on what's going on in the forearms and what's going on in the feet, focus on your breath. Long inhales and exhales here. You'll start to feel a little bit of fire within the body. Good. And in this class, you'll hear me say a lot, find comfort in discomfort. That can be hard. We'll just be here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome job. 3 circles with the wrist or shake them out, whatever feels nice. And then when you're ready, put your hands onto the earth into tabletop pose. Good. Let's do a little yogi clap with the feet. Shake those feet out. Good. Awesome job, Nikki. All right. Let's dig our toes into the earth. Push the hands into the earth. Take the triceps and wrap the triceps around and bring the biceps towards the front of the mat. Or hug the biceps towards each other. Good. Dig the toes into the earth and lift the knees up about 2 inches off of the earth. Keep the core nice and tight. Keep pushing the earth away with the hands. Push through the shoulder blades, protraction of the shoulder blades. Very nice. 2 more breaths here, creating a little bit more heat in the body. And 1 more breath. And take it back for downward facing dog. Very good. This downward facing dog is a feel-good down dog. So pedal your feet, shake your head, roll out your spine. Do whatever feels nice for your body. About 2 more breaths here. Very nice. Gently roll out for a plank pose. Nice strong plank. Good. You'll notice that we're very, very core heavy in this practice. So a lot of times when the core is not activated, drop those hips down. This is what this looks like. And you feel crunching in the lower back. This is not acceptable. Lift these hips up, draw that tailbone down. See how nice and strong where there's a line from the crown of her head to her tail. Very nice. And take it back for downward facing dog. Let's do that 3 more times. Inhale in, roll out. And exhale, take it back. Inhale in, roll out. Exhale, take it back. 1 more time. Inhale in, roll out. Exhale, lower to the knees. And we're gonna do a modified Chaturanga Dandasana on the knees. Bend the elbows back towards the back wall, hug the elbows in, keep the shoulders no further than the elbows. Keep this 90-degree angle here and press back up. Take it back for downward facing dog. Good. Roll back out for plank pose. Keep the thighs lifted. Chaturanga Dandasana, hold. High plank, downward facing dog. Very nice. Let's do that 1 more time, and you have the whole option all through the whole class to come to your knees if you need to. Chaturanga, high plank, Downward facing dog. Good job. Inhale in, tippy toes, gazes between your hands, bend the knees, and walk or hop to the hands. Beautiful. Stay super soft in the knees here. Reach around, grab the forearms, let the body hang. Maybe sway side to side, front to back. Allow the tail lift towards the sky as the crown falls towards the earth. On the next exhale, release the hands back down to the earth. Ragdoll the body vertebrae by vertebrae all the way up to the top. Gently bring the shoulders back and open the heart and chest. Very nice. Inhale in, sweep the arms up for Tadasana, mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale in, half lift, nice flat back. Hands to the earth, step back for plank pose. Chaturanga Dandasana, all the way down to the belly. Lift up for baby cobra pose. Bring those hands to the base of the ribs, lift up through the chest. Take that tail, bring it towards the heels, and release back down. One more time, lift up for baby cobra. And gently release. If you feel ready, lift up for full upward facing dog. If not, come back to baby cobra. And take it back for downward facing dog. Beautiful. Roll back out for plank pose. Chaturanga Dandasana. Lift up for upward facing dog. And take it back for downward facing dog. Good. One more time. Inhale in, roll out for plank pose. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good job. Bring the right leg up to the sky, heel to the high knee, open the hip here. Keep those shoulders nice and squared, and bring the heel towards the bum, getting a nice stretch through the knee. Not knee, hip. Straighten the right leg, all 5 toes are facing the earth. Roll out for one-legged plank. Bring the right knee to the right elbow, squeeze it in. Send it back out for one-legged plank. Knee to the elbow, squeeze it in. Send it out to one-legged plank. One more time, knee to the elbow, squeeze it in. Send it out to one-legged plank. Bring the knee to the lips, give it a kiss. Release the right foot between the hands. Lower the back knee down, sweep the arms up, full Anjaneyasana. Nice stretch through the right hip here. Beautiful. Release the hands back down to the earth. Step back for plank pose. Lower down to the right elbow. Lower down to the left elbow. Elbow plank. Crown is aligned with the tail. Again, check in, bringing that bottom rib towards that top hip point, pushing the earth away with the forearms and space between the shoulders. Slowly start to walk the toes up towards the chest for dolphin pose. Good. We're not really warm in the shoulders just yet, so if you need to bend your knees a lot, please do. Lots of things are going on in the shoulders, so be very, very careful and listen. Good. 2 rounds of breath here, breathing into the shoulders and breathing into the hamstrings. Nice. Walk the feet out for elbow plank. Good. Press the hands into the earth, both hands together, and straighten the arms for plank pose and downward facing dog. Very nice. Roll out for plank pose. Chaturanga Dandasana. Lift up for upward facing dog. Back to Chaturanga Dandasana. High plank. Downward facing dog. Good. Inhale in, tippy toes, gazes between the hands. Bend the knees and walk or hop to the hands. Inhale in, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale in, root to rise, arms to the sky. Let's keep flowing. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale in, half lift. Hands to the earth, step or float, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Hold it here. Take it back to Chaturanga. High plank, downward facing dog. Beautiful job. Bring that left leg up to the sky, heel to the hiney. Open the hip here. Good. Keep those shoulders nice and squared. Keep pushing the earth away with the hands. Straighten the left leg, roll out for one-legged plank. Bring the left knee to the left elbow, squeeze it in. Send it back out. Knee to the elbow, squeeze it in. Send it back out. One more time, knee to the elbow, squeeze. Send it back out. Knee to the lips, give it a smoocheroo. Press the left foot into the earth between the hands. Lower the back knee down, sweep those arms up, Anjaneyasana. 2 rounds of breath here. The heart rate starting to get elevated. Use that breath to bring the heart rate down. Release the hands back down to the earth. Step back for plank pose, Chaturanga Dandasana. Lift up for upward facing dog. Back to Chaturanga, high plank, downward facing dog. Roll out for plank pose. Come down to the left elbow first this time. Right elbow next. Elbow plank. Walk the toes up towards the chest. Good. Bend those knees a lot if you need to. Protect the hamstrings, protect the shoulders. Breathing into the shoulders, creating a little bit of heat. Slowly start to walk back out for elbow plank. Good. Okay. Go ahead and come down to your knees. Our next variation is we'll come from elbow plank and press our hands into the earth, come straight up for full plank. It's a full, wonky, non-correctly aligned plank. Back down to the elbows and press the hands back into the earth, come back up. You may need to do one arm at a time, down, up. Good, let's do 4 more. Down, up, down, up. Good, Nikki. Down, up. Good, one more time. Down, and up. Very nice. Chaturanga Dandasana. Lift up for upward facing dog. Back to Chaturanga. High plank. Downward facing dog. Good. Gazes between the hands. Bend the knees and walk or hop to the hands. Inhale in, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale in, chair sit, sink into those heels, lift up through the chest. Good. Option to bring those hands heart center. We're going to be using our arms still a lot more today. Good. Keep that butt down. Keep the tail. Keep the core nice and strong. Grow the crown to the sky. Beautiful. Come all the way down to the seat. Open up for Ardha Navasana. Half boat pose. Good. Nikki has a beautiful half boat. It may look like this on some of y'all if that small of the back cannot stay pressing into the earth. Go down as far as you can. Half boat to boat pose, Navasana. Good. Lift through the sternum. Notice how she's lifting through the lower back. Inhale, open back up. Exhale, up. Good. 8 more times. Inhale and exhale. Good. And 4. And 5. Beautiful. Good. Great breath. 6. We only have 4 more. But you still don't get to rest after. 3. one. Hold here in boat pose. 2 rounds of breath. Get the heart rate down. Open back up for Ardha Navasana. Bring the right leg up to the sky. Grab the calves. Good. Push the small of the back down. Lift up through the shoulders. On the exhales, bringing those toes towards the forehead. Beautiful. 2 rounds of breath here, breathing into the back of the right hamstring, keeping the small of the back pressed into the earth, keeping the core fully engaged. Very nice. Nice slow switch. Bring the left leg up, bring the right leg down. Good. Keep breathing through the back of the left thigh. 2 more breaths here. Okay, let's switch 10 times, nice and slow. 1, 1. Good. 2, 2. If you have neck pain, place those hands behind the head and support your neck. Or take a block and stick it underneath your head, or maybe a pillow. Do you want your hands are blocked? Good. But when we're doing this, keep that small of the back pressed into the earth. We're here for 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Good. Both feet come up to the sky. Bring both knees into the belly. Rock up to the seat and meet up into plank pose. Good. Big inhale in. Big exhale out. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, Chaturanga. High plank, downward facing dog. Good job. 2 rounds of breath here. Bring that right leg up to the sky. Right foot through to the hands. Sweep the arms up, crescent lunge. Hands back down to the earth. Step back for plank pose. Chaturanga, high plank. Left foot through. Sweep the arms up. We're gonna create some energy, some heat in the body. Hands down to the earth. Step it back for plank. Chaturanga up. Right foot through, sweep the arms up. Hands back down to the earth. Step back for plank. Chaturanga up. Left foot through, sweep the arms up. 3 more on each side. We got this. Full plank pose. Chaturanga up. Right foot through, sweep the arms up. Hands back down. Step back. Chaturanga up. Left foot through, sweep the arms up. Hands down. We got 2 more each side. You got it. That's only 4 more chaturangas. And up. Hands to the earth. Step it back. Chaturanga up. Left foot through. Sweep it up. Good job, y'all. Keep it up. Here we go. 2 more. Down. Up. Right foot through. Sweep it up. Hands to the earth. 1 more. Stay strong. Down. Up. Left foot through. Sweep the arms up. Hold. Good. 2 rounds of breath here. Nice job, Miss Nikki. So strong. Release the right hand down to the earth and twist towards the left. Good. Nice little feel-good stretch, not an alignment stretch. Just something that feels nice. Maybe bring those hands towards the back wall. Stretch it out. Beautiful job. Release the left hand down. Take it back for plank pose. Take it down for elbow plank. Good. Walk the toes up for dolphin pose. Step it back for elbow plank. Press it up for full plank. And take it back for downward facing dog. Good job. Inhale in, tippy toes, gazes between your hands, bend the knees, and walk or hop to the hands. Inhale in, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale in, chair sit, sink into those heels. Good, relax those shoulders. Beautiful job. You guys are doing amazing out there. I'm so proud of you. Keep it up. We're on the home stretch. Come all the way down to the bum. and open up for Ardha Navasana. Good. Ardha Navasana to Navasana, boat pose. Good. Inhale, open. We're only doing 10. Exhale, up. Good. And 3. Exhale. 4. Use your breath to guide your practice. And 5. 6. Nice work. 7. 8. Beautiful. 9. And 10. Hold here for 2 breaths. Beautiful job. Open back up for Ardha Navasana. Bring the left leg up. Keep the right leg out. Here we go. Keep the small of the back pressed down. Again, if you need that block behind the head or the hands. And let's switch. Keep that full corset engaged. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Double time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Bring the knees into the chest. Good job. Rock up to the seat. Cross those legs. Full plank pose. 2 rounds of breath here. Chaturanga Dandasana. Lift up for upward facing dog. Back to Chaturanga. High plank. Downward facing dog. Beautiful job. Left leg up to the sky. Bring the left leg through to the hands. Sweep the arms up. Crescent lunge. Hands back down to the earth. Step back for plank pose. Chaturanga up. Left leg through. Sweep the arms up. Right leg through, sorry. Step back, plank pose. Chaturanga up. Left leg through. Sweep it up. Good. Keep it up. Connect breath with movement here. Nice, easy breathing. Good. Dig for that inner strength. Dig for that inner power. Where am I going to grab that power and that strength from? Good. Nice and easy breathing. Try to find that muscle recruitment. It's not all in the arms. The core should be working. The quad should be working. The hamstring should be working. Everything is working together. Good. How many more do we have, Nikki? Besides 1. Besides 0. Good. Here we go. Keep it up. We're almost there. We'll do 1 more on each side. Very good. Here we go. 1 more. Down. Up. Left leg through. Sweep the arms up. Beautiful. Good. Let's stay up and crescent lunge. Sorry about that. Beautiful. Nice long inhales and exhales here. Get the heart rate down if it's elevated. Beautiful. Release the left hand down to the earth and twist towards me. Good. Maybe take that right hand and bring it back towards the back wall. Beautiful. Nice job. Release the hand back down, plank pose. Chaturanga Dandasana. Lift up for upward facing dog. And take it back for downward facing dog. Good. Walk those toes to about where the belly button is. And stack the shoulders over the wrist. Okay. Press all 10 fingers into the earth. And you'll slowly shift the weight forward and maybe do a little baby hop. That wasn't a baby hop, that was a big hop. Sorry. That's okay. Do a baby hop. And then if you want to, maybe you can go a little bit higher and bring the heels towards the high knee.
Okay, hold on.
Good. Okay. And then if you're ready, you can maybe come all the way up to the top. Maybe you use a wall. Good. Tuck the tail, keep the core nice and tight. Slowly tuck it back in. Bend the knees in towards the belly. And we'll slowly come back down. Good. Good job. Good. You can do 5 or 10 of those. If you're done for right now, honor your body and you just rest. Good. Keep those core nice and engaged. Remember, when we're pushing our small of the back into the earth, we're doing the hollow body hold here, and we want to use that momentum to come up to the top. Good. We'll try it one more time. Nice, Nikki, and then we'll meet up into plank pose. Good. Come down to the knees. Take it back for child's pose. Good. Couple rounds of breath here. Again, if that heart is elevated, gently just try to get that heart rate down. Beautiful. Rise back up for tabletop pose. And take it back for downward facing dog. Good. A little bit of counter movement. Pigeon pose. Bring the right leg up to the sky. Right knee, right wrist, right toes, left wrist. Shoot that back leg out. If you have any kind of knee injuries or anything going on with the knee, I suggest coming around to your back and doing what's called a figure four. Oh, Nikki's going to demonstrate for us. Thank you, Nikki. This is the same stretch, just different variation, and it's a little bit more kinder on the knees if you have anything going on in your knees. Just a couple more rounds of breath here. Beautiful job, y'all. We're starting to cool it down. This is only a 45-minute class today. So I want to tell you all, I'm so super proud of you. Sometimes these classes can become really, really challenging. But they're so rewarding, and we learn how to use our breath to guide us and to use our breath to find strength. You know, in these times right now, where we can get strength is very, very important, so we can all stay strong together. So take this moment, we're going to do some cooling down here. We'll go ahead and release the foot. If you were in that traditional pigeon pose, come back to downward facing dog. Bring the left leg up to the sky. Bring the left knee to the left wrist, left toes to the right wrist. Keep those hips nice and squared. So a lot of times, it's very common for us want to dump into this left hip and come over to the side. Let's make sure that our hips are nice and squared and we stay lifted. If you want to come back to your back again like you had done on the other side, feel free. If you're ready, you can lift up through the spine and slowly lower down to the elbows and maybe rest on the forehead. Good. So the main sensation may be in this outside of the hip here, down through the thigh, or it could be in the other front part of the hip or inner thigh. About 2 or 3 more breaths here. Beautiful work. If you're in pigeon pose, push the hands into the earth, lift up through the chest, step it back for tabletop pose. And everybody, let's meet up into tabletop pose. We did a lot with our shoulders, so let's do a little bit of shoulder stretching. Lower down to the belly. Bring the arms out to the side into a wide T. Press the right hand into the earth, take the left hand and place it underneath the left shoulder, and slowly start to open the hip towards the sky, and then bring the left heel behind you. Good. Option to stay here, option to bring that left hand up towards the sky, turn the palm to face the back, and then maybe bring the hands towards each other. Or you could just wrap it around into that back pocket. Very Very nice. When you're ready, bring the left hand up towards the sky, release it back down to the earth, and come back to the belly. Shake those hips side to side. Okay, same thing. Bring the right hand underneath the right shoulder, roll to the left hip, open the chest, maybe bring the right leg behind, maybe bring the right arm up to the sky, reach it around to the back, maybe tuck it into that back pocket. The right hand back up to the sky, reach it back down to the front and come back to the belly. Shake those hips out side to side, bring the heels up towards the bum, windshield wipe the feet side to side. And release the feet back down to the earth. So we're going to take a different format of Shavasana today. We're going to take it on our bellies. So, option here, it doesn't feel nice for me to lay on my belly with my hips down. So I like to take a blanket and place it underneath my hip bones. Would you like that, Nikki? And we'll put this down here and place that underneath the hips. It takes that arch out of the back. And then you can either take your hands and place them on the side, or you can put one hand over top of the other and rest your forehead onto the hands. Whatever makes you feel comfortable here. But take a few moments to get comfortable, and if it doesn't feel nice to be on your belly, then gently just flip around to your back and do a traditional Shavasana. Close your eyes, take a nice big inhale in, and let it go, exhale. One more breath, inhale in, and exhale. Stay here for as long as you would like. When you are ready, roll over to the right or the left side into the fetal position. Using these last final moments for moments of gratitude, reflecting upon everything we have to be grateful for. Inhaling in all of our blessings and exhaling out, thank you. Nice and slowly come to a rise to a seated position with your head being the very last body part to come up. Taking a nice big inhale in, reaching your energy up towards the sky, giving all the glory to God. Exhaling down to center prayer with our thumbs to our hearts. Take a nice deep cleansing inhale in, and let it go, exhale. One more breath, inhale in, and exhale. Thank you all so very much for allowing me to guide you through your practice this morning. As we move through life, I pray that we can find peace. I pray that we can find healing. And I pray we can find joy. Opening our third eye and our hearts. Namaste.